I don't want to save you either. If you want to die, don't die in front of me. What an eyesore. You hear them arguing and you ignore them. You feel angry and you don't let Gu Changge interrupt me. What the fuck do you want? He replied. I'm an asshole. That's how you talk to your lifesaver. I just stood there watching them fight. Who told you to save me? I don't want to go to the office. You really can't change your personality. Let yourself be right. Whether you die or not, I don't care. The prince is now full of question marks in his mind. I lost the connection. How these two people were made. Are they so close? Try to punish CA to get out of the way. I've never seen anyone as stupid as you. Have a mind that doesn't know how to use. It's not just the perfect sound. I am so scared to hear what you want to do. You will not be. I also want to be alone. Against the great sonic beings here. Hey, out of which comes 1,000 other dimensions. The devil is standing there waiting to attack you. I didn't hear you call. With 2 swords, he walked towards them. He looked up and said, "You're not a tiger." Not only as an example for soldiers of the will of the world, but there's such power. Department of Silence thinking. What reasons do you have to do school in SAOU? In the red barrier, a series of attacks appear. You two probably can't get into this place. Waiting for me to finish this book. Go out and find them. I said, in my hand, there's purple energy. In your hand right now is a 6-tone jar. The original is rarely seen like that. It's really because of the wind of death. But I'm curious. This power and my great teaching. Your face is more dangerous than ever. Which side is strong and which side is weak? The same purple power. The monsters are drawn back to you. On your head is a vase. It's constantly absorbing magic and monsters. You're sitting there quietly practicing. He frowned for an hour as if remembering something. This is. A boy in red ran to a man. You don't stop calling the master. I wonder what my memory is. In memory, I'm happy to tell stories. Today I met the disciples of 9th Feng. They stole my stuff. I said I'm normal. This life is only worth it. So I beat them all. Kier gently rubbed her head. I taught you the sword, not to defeat the enemy. Your face is down. Your teacher is wrong. He smiled and carried his sword on his shoulder like a face full of wounds. Master, you're back. The 9 winds from today on no longer exist. Kier gently rubbed her head in praise. This is my disciple. No one can bully you to keep telling the story. That's right, master. This time I made a friend down the mountain. The man asked for an hour, male or female. He replied female but not human. Meanwhile, behind them are the sword and the 2 heads of that AI. The man kept asking what she was. He said it was a small peach tree. The key you're against. The chin is that. If you like that, the master will bring her to you. Behind them appeared a very beautiful peach tree. You seem very happy. A few days later, the 2 girls were still there. It's been a few days. Now the sound of the soul and the sound of the air is here. It's almost invisible. Not to say from time immemorial. Only a factor can solve it. Translucent sky SAO. Death knuckle against chin. Maybe you're making the department look at you curiously. In the end, CA is the reincarnation. I heard the angry man shout, he's not. Death is confused. No, you're not that agitated. The police officer asked Jiang. The department honestly told me. What happened between you and the school? The office doesn't need you to care. You just need to know he's not a good person. Stay away from him. I still think of you as my best friend. The results don't tell us anything. She is disgruntled against the waist. Of course I know. He's not a good man. I don't like the Holy Mother either. But this kind of evil suits our taste. But you and I have an inexplicable relationship. I can only be reluctant. Ignore what I like. I am angry that I have nothing to do with him. Then I ask the real question. Usually in movies, idols are like two people. The first stage of looking at each other does not fit the eye. Later also to a home. The police department shouted no way. The prince glanced at. That's right. Even if you are a simple person, you are not sweet. Even more so, he's not a bad guy. From a gate. CA Lao Ra with an injured arm. I don't know what happened. I was worried about going out and trying not to. He landed no SAO, thank the holy woman of interest. I treated my arm and said, I've trained all of the great sonic beings here. Excellent air dissipation. With my power, you can only do these things. Death does not laugh. He started to doubt. Are you finally the one who changed your body? Or not? Things that people in the world can't do. For what? Over and over again, everyone can do it. The angry officer said no. He clasped the hand of the holy woman to say what exists as a nest. I'm not a little monk like myself. Can be shoulder to shoulder. SAO fireflies can compete with how knew it. This time it was just luck. This meditation is much more terrifying than in my imagination. Listen to these words. I don't understand why the office is upset. His arm is surrounded by a dark red air. Death is worried about this. This is your brother who's been killed. It's interwoven with the sacred scene. He replied that he was too careless to be spied on. But it's not disturbing. Department said again. Prince Cam. He said there's nothing to worry about. You don't have to worry. The disgruntled boss turned away. If you don't die, I'll go first. He said according to the department. Saint girl, you don't have to worry about the death of your father. This time is still interested for the safety of the wounded in the world. Don't let them meet the soul heir. Ma Gong. She looked back at him angrily but said nothing. You walk in front of two people. It also recognizes parents and their families. There seems to be a contradiction. He reached out his hand to touch the torn sleeve. It suddenly lit up. You don't need to worry. Not the second. Not used to her. To lay heavy casualties in the world. More than anything else. She laughed. Only he understood me. Somewhere else. Someone who is fighting monsters. After you came in. The depth of the foot is unfathomable. Can be easily crushed to crush the sound of the soul. Like that? A commenter. That's right. Million brother. No tiger is the young deity of my sacred vine. This is a great battle this time. It's all based on a million brothers. The man who had just fought the monster, called Zhuangzi, he humbly replied. Don't blindly praise. I also have a little trick. Where did you put your brother? I'm far behind him. He glanced at the CA bar. I'm fighting a monster. The way you fight is beautiful and charming. Immediately delivered the hero to save the beautiful Lao. Attack the monster. Don't you dare hurt the girl. He turned to her to ask if she was okay. She replied immediately, no thanks to millions of people to help. He asked again, my lady's magic. I feel very strange. I don't know. Bowed CA bar. The name of the tutor she mentioned wasn't disclosed. I'm sorry, milord. If he wants to give you his arm, that's what Ra is. I'm sorry, I was right. But you withdrew your hand to avoid him. That act embarrassed him. But she is incorruptible. If you say that, the tutor must be a hidden person. She politely refused. Millions of people are so praiseworthy, but this little cat scratching my 3 legs. Humiliating teacher, they're just the anonymous kind. He laughed at the humble lady as far as I can see. If you show your true self, I fear they will not be weaker than me. Say not, this is a great battle this time. The Holy Grail has to rely on you. She said nothing more, just silently looked at him. Behind the others who are constantly talking. Million private delivery and CA barfill. Of course, millions of brothers have sympathy for God. The stranger Kier. What's good about her? Holy school government. We see her alone on the battlefield. Invite her to accompany you. That's right. A million brothers have known her for 3 days and have been cuddling. He turned to the Kier. People are tired too. Not equal to here, rest a little adjustment. Each person calculates the accumulated points on the hand. There are many accumulated points. It can be divided evenly. Give people a few points. Make sure everyone can get in. Foot Fairy Library. All clear. Million brother. I sit somewhere far away from the crowd. Your soul comes back to talk to you. Physical millions of Kier. You know, for an hour. Van Tao Kai. His physical body has no great effect on us. I would advise you to have a little more. You don't think you're a good person. Goddess grace is in your hands. Not less. Just calm down and shut up. There are so many people in this place. It's not easy to get down. Absolutely lost white. Private market delivery to the lady's bowl. Is your cumulative score enough or not? I have so much in my hand, I can give you a little. The soul of allies to where he seems to crave. This guy looks delicious. You politely refuse. I am very grateful for your kindness. If there are not enough points, we will go to GAC. I want to get up and say goodbye. He wants to hold you back. But you need to inform the Kier people first. You are here. Slowly rest and recuperate, waiting for your brother to return. I'm looking for the lady. The battlefield is too dangerous. You absolutely can't run alone. Kier's soul looked at him with regret. Like nothing can be done. 2 people in front of the others. A million brothers really are. He is so cold to everyone. I'm not instantaneous. Enthusiasm that's indifferent, that's right. Except for the pretty woman. Face no less. What are the advantages? For a while the CA bar stops. The soul looks up without seeing the sign. It's been so long, I've lost track. What a waste. I told you to slow down. Don't let him catch up. It's a shame to let him pick up a calm life. Even if he is able to follow me. There is no possibility of him. His doubts about me are too great. The soul is cold for an hour. I didn't even know you were a woman. Move the scene to the intersection. He's scrambling to find the CA bar. Miss to miss to miss to miss. Where are you? Bizarre how the hell her speed is so fast. I can't keep up either. The air here is so strong. And she doesn't want anything to happen. He looked everywhere for her silhouette. He remembered how you looked when you were fighting. This is the first time I've ever been with a girl. He sighed. I see you as a genius. But why are you so cold to me? Where a voice came from. Because of your unscrupulous appearance. It's like a dog licking. He's tense and rolling his eyes. Where did a demonic face come from behind you? I panicked for AI. I am the servant of the Holy Grail. Don't pretend to be the devil in front of me. Get the hell out of here. He took out his weapon fan. Be careful to look around. You're listening, he thought nervously. This voice. CA school with a scary face came out looking for me. It freaks him out. He screamed loudly. He dropped his fan as a weapon in his hand. The knife is now kneeling at your feet. You held my head and did not deceive me. Of course, no licking dog in the world is innocent. You're not paying attention to the wrong thing in your head. Then I can't hold you back. You squeezed the investment so he couldn't breathe. Neither should you say. I threw you out. You seem interested in the CA. From myositis, get the news. You know you're no longer in the ghetto. I can see you in the mouth of the devil. Of course, you are. CA bar, the stage is ready for you. You don't want to sing, you have to sing. But I'm a little curious. The body is the successor to magic. Can you lower your head or not? More and more looking forward to seeing you. Your face is filled with danger. Transfer scene. The others are searching together. Million fourth delivery. Million brother. People say you're chasing the girl. I didn't come back all night. It's not like something happened. A million brothers are so strong. It's definitely not going to happen. And that girl. You just know what a good person is. Another man called the Holy Grape Overseer. Big Brother Army, Kia. A person in front announced in a panic. My brother found a body there. There is also the law of millions of brothers. The captain suddenly asked why. He came here with the others. It is the law of a million brothers. He comes closer to check that this trick is magic. An unexpected name, Sao. A serious face, he said. That girl. I'm afraid it has something to do with the heiress. Then he came back and gave the order. The secret of the letter to the entrant. Stop her. Don't let her escape. All the same van. I want justice for a million brothers. At this point, the CA bar has been surrounded by a lot of people. They are in vain to give you a beautiful appearance. I can't believe it's a snake. People standing around talking. What happened here? It seems to be the Holy Grape Kingdom. Killed by the successor to the magic tool, then related to a lady's bowl. An angry girl questioned her brother. I see you alone. Worry about you. You are finally murdered by me. What do you have to do with the heiress? You're also angry when you're slandered. How many times have I told you? I've never met a lawyer. Where is he? What he looks like has nothing to do with me. Where to blame me? What evidence do you have? And the girls around here are more angry. You have to follow us all the way. Early, don't leave. Late, don't leave. You just left, brother. Something's wrong. What more evidence do you need in front of you? She also shouted back angrily, he wants to follow me. What to do with me? If you have guessed, I am your servant who inherited the magic. Then go find it. What is the strength of me to bully a weak woman? The angry girl pointed at her. That's a shame. Million brothers trying to be so good. You killed him without any shame. Here people still don't stop talking. This lady, if the Holy Grape government suspects her, if there is something dark in your heart, then just stay and investigate. If you are suspicious, now you're all here. I can't let you go like that. You laughed coldly and said something honorable. You're not bullying someone. There is no such thing as SAO. There's obviously no evidence. We give them. We are guilty, not because they decide. The soul is angry, addicted to mass murder. You can stand up and look down. A weak girl with a sharp tongue. In the end, if you don't take my brother. It's not dead either. The others talk. He is the great disciple of the Holy Vineyard. The dog is the big brother. It's hard to fly when they grow wings. As we see, you must be related to the heiress. If you want to be clean, so open the door. Let me check. If you are not really involved, then we'll let you go and apologize to you. The woman next to me sniffed for an hour. You scream, don't you think? My secret is not something that I can tell you. Key or delivery comparable. Even death can't let him explore his mind. The police suddenly came to attack her. If so, don't blame me. She tried to defend her hand. The blows are so strong that they repel you. The surrounding rock also broke. This is the King of Heaven. She tried to resist, but it was too much for her. He looked at her as she refused to open her consciousness. We just force it. After pressed open, the mind will turn into a fool. You have no chance to regret it. The school lacks owners. See a school missing the owner here. Maybe it's because of the magic power air. The school CA missing the owner. The school CA missing the owner. I came to interrupt the war. You don't need to celebrate. I've heard that there are magic airs here. So come see if there's a clue. The girl standing next to me chilled for an hour. The owner of the school is a. That's the opposite of the magic potion air. There he presides over justice. It is difficult for you to escape today. She looked at you in amazement. I start to remember the days I spent with you. When he hugged her waist, she whispered. The dogs come forward. Ask the school owner. Here are the dogs of the school government. The girls behind thought. The school lacks owners, much more handsome than your brother. At the end of the school, he said. It's true that we found out. Clues about the successor to the magic. It's about the woman behind this. When I saw you, I asked the CA. Why are you here? She turned around softly and replied, I haven't seen you in a long time. He came over and patted her shoulder. My mother said you were looking for me. Thinking about when you will come. What are you doing on the battlefield alone? I don't know if it's dangerous here, she replied softly. Sorry, my brother. You falter, and others don't understand what's going on. Army Crane sound drilling school CA missing owner. You two know each other. I looked at him, of course. She is my return. Why? Are you talking about the successor of magic? It has something to do with her. Army Crane confused. No, no, no. Doesn't seem very relevant. This is a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? What misunderstanding? Nothing said was a misunderstanding. Do you think I'm being biased? I'm going back to the rock. Listen. Something to do with the heir to the throne. If the CA bar is wrong, even if it is the head, I don't respect the faces of others either. Brother, this is trying to be a lack of meaning. But if you're the late prince's dentist, so there's definitely no problem. It seems that the Holy Grape government misunderstood. I turn my head and tell you. Tell me why you are here. Along with what you've been through. Don't hide what you know from me. She bowed her head. Yes, CA bar dare not. She wiped her tears and said, CA bar to South prosperous looking for men. Don't rely on men. Self-GAC check voicemail great. To gain access to the library fairies. It's like seeing a holy grape. He was invited to make friends. I did not refuse. But after coming along, I found my brother. The sister of the Holy Grape Master doesn't like me. So I refused. Her eyes are in tears, and then they said, let me worry about you. So find me. Then he met the successor to the magic tool, and he killed it. That's why they say that. I have something to do with the successor. Stop me here. I want you to open the door and show them as a witness. When she finished, she started crying. Check the sea. These words made the crane and the girl next to Han startled. We don't know. She is the one who is missing the owner. So we must have misunderstood, right? Right. What kind of loud talk is that? Why do my people misunderstand the CA bar? If you are suspected, open your mind and show them. It startled you and your soul. Don't listen to his soul. You listen to me, Lord. The orange energy coming from you. The people nearby are so calm. It seems that you really misunderstood the girl, right? You speak up. Who doesn't believe? Then go to the test. Students of the Holy Grape. Bye. He changed his smile. That's right, the CA is my guy. If she and her magic heiress are involved. So that doesn't mean we're involved, or SAO. Or the Holy Grape Master can check always awake. My C goes to the bridge of fear. I dare not punish the owner. We take the risk. There's no evidence yet, but an unfounded guess. I hope you'll forgive me. He pulled her into his shoulder. If our people are involved in the crime, I will liquidate the household myself. But if there's an overkill, so don't blame me for accidentally turning around. As I said, you have a great power. Make the people around you kneel in front of you. Please try the school owner CA less angry about this. I'll explain and give you justice. You are loud. Forget about the air. You guys are a little more careful. They don't compete with you either. I look up at you. This one is as familiar as ever. He hugged her and flew to the death apple. When I finished, the CA disappeared. At this time, the dogs breathed a sigh of relief. Someone else is talking about this lady. I can't believe the owner of the school is missing. He took her somewhere less remote. You pull your shirt. Sorry, the CA scammed you today. You're surprised what you did. CA bar should not lie. To the south looking for people. She squinted her eyes. I smile back at you. Turns out, you didn't want to see me. You dare not look at me. The prince doesn't want to see me anyway. If you don't want, then why did you leave me in Thailand for so long? How many fairies are there next to you? Self-recognized CA bar. I'm not an important person in the world. So I don't want to see you either. I come to pick you up. Okay, I'm a big CA. You dare say these weird things to me? To the south without coming to see me. It still gives me trouble. I see you want to be taught. She came close to him, he shouted. Then you can teach. The soul behind the discomfort. I see you are no better. How many Kier million names do they have? Sooner or later, he will kill you. Turn around. This kid came to heaven without a proper education. I know that I can't provoke you anymore. The soul laughed and died suddenly. People don't want to come to the door. Lord Clown, I still want to ask you a question. She said that, and the CA and the soul were curious. If I am the heir, the real devil, how will he treat me? Your soul is terrified you want to die. You dare to ask. This CA school is not easy to pass. The air immediately became cloudy. The successor to the magic, he reminded her of fear. I said that if. I look at you, of course you are. To prevent you from harming sentient beings. She gripped her hand tightly. She laughed. Sir, you are so unintentional. But it's good to die in the hands of a dead man. Suddenly, I put my hand over your shoulder. Pull her close to you. If that's true, I'm afraid I have something to do with your death. I must follow you too. You startled. Try not to talk so casually, it is not worth it. Because the prince is destined to be the ultimate figure. Building this whole sky. The system is back up. The CA bar is vibrating again. In a place called love. A place with mountains and trees. Growing up in a devilish way. It's in a house that screams of sacrifice. Why do you want to kill me? A girl's cry of pain. You're scared kneeling before a patriot. You are afraid of the young man. The queen's name can't be called out. If you are heard by others, we will all be beheaded. He scowled, his eyes wide in wonder. Then he turned to the girl and asked where it was. Who are you? The girl was surprised to hear that, young master. The queen is following you. Today love is unified. There are no more 6 great gods, that she became the queen's chancellor. This patriot is an immortal army. He frowned, thinking I was the son of God. Infernal troops, after being assassinated by the scabbard, re-energized in the body, the same name as mine. He turned to pat the young maid on the shoulder. I woke up just now. Not mentioned to any AI. Otherwise, you and I will find it difficult to escape death, she replied. I know you are safe. I can't believe this was all 6 years ago. Any aesthetic. The image of Hai holding a sword stabbed him. Why do you want to kill me? Because SAO can unify love. I will surely find the one I once loved. Somewhere else, a lot of people gathered. Come here, It's a beautiful view with storks flying around. The boats don't know where they came from. There's a sign there that says this place. One was surprised to see it. This is the fairies of the SAO Tiger Free Library. A complacent guy. The library must be here. My name is spread throughout the world. The person next to you heard that immediately. Let's go. I'm just a passerby. We can become normal extrovert disciples. It is also a blessing. Then, must know that. I want to be a librarian. Need to reach to angel scene upwards. I think it's at the top of the 10 list. This time it was decided. They all have power over the Holy Spirit. The person laughed and said. They just walked and talked. We know what's missing. All electric vehicles are on the top 10 list. But just be able to beat them. It's about equal access to benefits and resources. Not until then will we take off SAO. If you have a fart talking behind your back, let's meet a little more honestly. When everyone's gathered there, there's a voice. All redeemers accumulate points immediately. Come to us to test the spirit bones over 50. Library in the whole non-monastic practice be self-aware. A man with a stern face. But soon he knocks again. Heard the king's elder scold. National 0511 years old. I thought this old man was blind, so he came to chisel water. The man replied shyly. Yesterday I celebrated my 50th birthday one day. We have enough at the same point. Let's arrange it. He shouted angrily. Don't waste the old man's time. Rules are rules. You're not qualified to say the terms. The man turned away. I swear to the fucking library. Psychologically uninformed, the king's elders were shocked to hear that. Lao came to attack the disrespectful man. A huge burst of energy. Dare to scorn the library fairy's feet. This is the end. People who are standing nearby, they're scared. And surprise. The two brothers stood there afraid to embrace each other. You are the wind, I am the wind. Ka. You see, this place kills people without blinking. It's not a library. We're still going, I'm afraid. Even though I was scared, I said no. I don't think your talent is very good. This place will be valued. We still have to avenge you. Yes, I know, she replied. The two people standing next to him shouted in surprise. That's trying to get out of school. A very big 6-colored dragon appears. Down is the CA field and the CA bar. Someone said out loud that the CA school is missing the owner. Who praised the school CA lack handsome owner? Bar Feng aesthetic. It's not him, Chen. No one said anything. Why did you cover your eyes? Sister Death, why? Don't look too much. That's not someone we can despise. Don't let people feel it. We turn off the glasses. It's carpet. The old school CA greets the king elder. CA school meets elders. The king's elder is welcome. The owner does not need gas. The missing owner. Not afraid of 1,000 miles of exhausting roads. Go to the library and rest. You are cold as far as I know. Hospitalization does not require a score and spirit bone test. SAO. The king is still alive. No need, no need. The school lacks owners. Of course, it's in line with the rules of our institute. Oh, I was like that. Then thank the elders for arranging. I don't know if you can stay here for a while. Or not, he answered immediately. Feel free, little girl, ask your brother. When will we be treated this way? I laugh, don't be delusional.